Hello.
Hello,
Yes.
good morning.
Hello. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Renilde. I'm from Belgium. We are both from Belgium, but we have two languages, so also two higher education systems. So we will do the presentation in two parts. I am from the north part of Belgium, which is the Flemish part. So let's get started. Oops. Okay, yes. Okay, that's it. So here, this is the capital, Brussels, the market, the Grand Place, which is bilingual. So it's French-speaking and Dutch-speaking. But now I will continue with, some general information. First on Belgium. So we are a very small country compared to Indonesia. We have only 11 and a half, like almost 12 million inhabitants for the whole country. And we have a king, we are a monarchy, and the capital, of course, is Brussels. You will have heard already. But as I said, we are a federal state, and the language is, how to say, the education follows the language. So for the Dutch-speaking part, we have a Minister of Education, and the French-speaking part, we also have a Minister of Education. So we have two higher education systems. Here you see the type of institutions we have. We are, like half of the European countries, I would say, have binary higher education system, which means that we have universities on one side and universities of applied sciences, or sometimes we use university college on the other side. Universities are academic, research-based institutions with up to PhD. Universities of applied sciences are more practice-based. They do practice-based research as well, but they don't have PhD. But they do have, for example, people coming in from the work field to speak in the classes. The students have to go on internships compulsory. Sometimes also the internship is in international context. And they do deliver a bachelor degree. It says bachelor. There's no difference on what is written on your degree, but the type of education is different. And the same goes for maybe the Netherlands, Germany, Finland, Sweden. They also have this kind of binary system. And then, of course, we have schools of arts as well. Then we are, just like every other European higher education country, a three-cycle destination. So we have bachelor, master, and PhD. What is important, if you want to do a PhD, for example, you have to have obtained a master degree already. In some countries, like I think Indonesia, you can do master and PhD integrated, and this is not possible in our country. So if you want to continue to PhD, you finish the master first, and then you can continue. The academic calendar, so we start mid-end September. The first semester classes go up till the end of December. Then the Christmas break is mostly used to study, not so much time for party and New Year's and so on. Just very quickly party and study a lot. Then exams in January, and then you have 1 week off, and that's the time where you can maybe visit friends, or your friends come to visit you, or you visit other places in Europe. And then the second semester starts in the beginning of February. You have classes till end of May, exams in June, and then you have also retakes in summer. So if you fail a subject in January maybe, when it's your first semester and you were not used to the system yet, you have a chance to catch up in summer, and if you then pass the subject, you stay on your curriculum line, you continue to the next year, you don't lose time. In the Flemish part, as I said, we have the universities and universities of applied sciences. For the universities, these are the 5 names. They all are public universities in terms that they are publicly funded. The governance structure behind may be different, but they are all publicly funded, and they represent 160,000 students, more or less, of this, like almost half of the student, no, a bit more than half of the student body. 13% international students overall, a bit less at the bachelor level because we have less English taught courses, more at the master, and a lot more at the PhD level. They all have excellent positions in international rankings. We use Times Higher Education, Shanghai ranking, QS ranking. They are all in there. Then we have the Universities of Applied Sciences. They represent around 150,000 students, but mainly they offer only bachelor courses. Only the arts, the schools of arts and the Maritime Academy offer master courses. So they have a lot of students in the bachelor degrees for certain fields of study, like, for example, teacher training, nursing, applied ICT, some business programs as well are in these schools. And they don't participate in the rankings. None of them will appear in any ranking. They made the choice not to do this because they are smaller institutions and they don't have so much research budget. And research budget is a very important indicator in the rankings. That's the reason why. But they do offer high quality education and also have English taught programs. So the tuition fees depend on the study program. So every program can decide their own tuition fee. If you choose between 2 or 3 study programs in the same university, they may have different prices. So I cannot say this is the one price, but for EU nationals and Belgians, it's 1,000 euros a year, so for the 2 semesters together. And some courses also have 1,000 for international students. So from 1,000 up to 8,000. But as I said, you have to check course by course. Usually engineering is more 6,000, 7,000, and business is more 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. So you can compare once you have made a choice for a study program. What are the admission criteria? It's always your previous degree for your high school degree or your bachelor degree for a master. Proof of English, like a TOEFL test, IELTS test, some kind of internationally recognized test. And then sometimes also a specific criterion for the study program. For example, if you want to study engineering, you will certainly have to prove your math or science test with SAT or JMAT. Or sometimes for business also. We have a lot of business courses that are very mathematic based, and we also have other business courses with much less mathematics. Dentistry and medicine and so on are taught in Dutch, and they take entrance exams, so I think it's not so interesting, except for very specific masters like epidemiology, for example, we have in English. Then the admission deadlines, they all differ from one institution to another, so it can be 15th of February, 1st of March, 1st of April. Around that time of the year will be the deadlines, but admissions are open now, so you can start looking, sending emails, talking to them, start filling the application. Applications usually will be done on an online platform, and each institution have their own platform. Some will ask you an application fee and others don't. So it really depends from one institution to another, and you can apply, of course, at 2 or 3 institutions and then at the end see what your admission says and make your choice. You find also all this information on studyinflanders.be, which is our website for international students. It's all in English and you will find everything there. Then for the English taught programs, you see we have a lot less at the bachelor level. We have quite some programs, but not as many as at the master level. Master level, we have almost everything in English. We have, of course, everything in Dutch. If any of you would be learning Dutch, you can study in Dutch as well. But I think most of you are interested in the programs in English. We have also something called advanced bachelor and advanced master, so which means if you have a master already, you can do a second master. Master can be studied in 1 or 2 years, and bachelor can be studied in 3 years, but advanced bachelor, then will be only 1 year extra. Yes, you will find the programs also on a search tool on our website. And then the scholarships, of course, you have the Erasmus Plus scholarships. You can ask information here about them. And then also we have our own scholarship. It's called the Mastermind Scholarship Program for all fields of study and all countries in the world. There are 3 steps. First, you have to be admitted to the university. Then you have to be pre-selected by the university. And if you are part of the pre-selection, you will take part in the selection. And then we have, in the selection, 30% of success rate. And if you are then selected, you will know the result around the 1st of June, which is still just in time to apply for your visa to start in the mid of September. With the scholarship, you will pay no tuition. Tuition fees will be waived. And the money you get is 9,600 euros is your money. So on top of that, you will need to pay your own flight, your visa cost and everything, of course. And then your first month in Belgium, because you will have to arrive, you will have to register, you will have to find a room, and then you can open a bank account. And once you have a bank account, we can transfer the first installment of the scholarship. So you will have to have the first month, let's say, from your own money. Another scholarship is Vleer UOS scholarship. It's only valid for 15 specific study programs, and they are on the website. And also for like a limited number of countries in the world, but Indonesia is one of those countries, so you can also apply for that. The amount is a bit higher. It's, I think, 1,150 euros a month, no, a year. No, a month, sorry. And you will not pay tuition, but they also pay the flight. So there, it's a bit higher, but of course, the scholarship is eligible only for a limited number of study programs. Okay, I think that's the most important. Some scholarships also depend on the host institution. For example, for a field of study, they have one specific scholarship every year, but that you will have to find on the website of the institutions. Okay, that's it for me. If you want to see what it's like to be a student in Belgium, you can see our videos. We have, for example, also a video from an Indonesian student studying in Antwerp, and it's playing here on the screens. So you see her life, how she lives on campus and how she walks in the city and what it looks like. And also on Facebook and Instagram, we ask international students to take our account sometimes for a week or so to show what they're doing, how they live, what their room is like, how the courses are, what they are cooking, who their friends are. You can get an impression about the life as a student in Belgium to see if you feel like this could be something for you. Okay, we also have videos about alumni, because after you graduate in a European university and a Belgian university, you have the right to extend your residence with 12 months to find a job or to even start your own business, even if you want to just work maybe 2 or 3 years in Europe and then come back to Indonesia. This could also be interesting if you want to have some extra work experience. So you see some alumni also from all countries in the world, and you see what they are working. Okay, that's it for my part. I will give now the floor to my colleague Olivier from the French-speaking part of Belgium.
Okay. Oh, yeah, one. Thank you. But I won't mind the pointer. Thank you. Thank you, Ronilde. Yes, I will speak to you about the French-speaking part of the country, but just to complete about the alumni. So yes, there is an association of alumni in Belgium for Indonesian students, but there are also one in Indonesia. We met them yesterday. They are a batch of several tens of people. They're very friendly. So if you happen to go to Belgium to study and you come back, feel free to contact them, because you would be more than welcome. So like in Flanders, in the south part of the country where we speak French, we have 5 universities. So you have their names here. There are about 1,015 students, and you can see that the rate of international students is about 25%. So we have, I mean, usually in Belgium, a lot of foreign students in our universities. Well, I mean, like in Flanders, our universities are comprehensive universities. They are covering all types of programs, and but we also have, I mean, the vocational university colleges for specific studies. The universities are covering the whole curriculum and the whole programs from bachelor, master, and PhD studies. And when you see the average rate of international students for PhD studies, you can see that we are reaching nearly 50%. So, and you can see here the different university colleges that we have. So nearly all these university colleges are proposing programs for a bachelor and master, and so it's vocational. So most of the time, the students that are applying to these schools, they have a specific idea of what they want to do, and these schools independently are covering nearly all types of studies you can imagine. But of course, when you enter to these schools and at the end you figure out that, okay, I would like to make some research, it's still possible to go from this school then to a university nearby. So they are. So you can see we have different universities, and we are about 100,000 students. But the purpose of this university colleges is to help people to integrate professional activities afterwards. In addition, we also have School of Arts, which are much reduced size with a limited amount of students, because but in this kind of schools, and we have many of them, we have a high rate of international students, about 60%. And you can see that we are proposing different types of art fields. So, I mean, so far, the students who have been speaking today and in Surabaya a few days ago have been more interested by some social science or technical science. But I mean, there may be some artists, and don't feel excluded. We also have School of Art in our country. Regarding the tuition fee in the French-speaking part of Belgium, so we're on an average of 2,500 euros a year. So this is for non-EU citizen. But if you can meet some other specifications, like having a scholarship or being a grant from Wallonie Bruxelles International, or to be in a PhD, for instance, so you have the criteria that are written here, then you can have your tuition fee reduced to the average tuition fee that every Belgian student is paying in Belgium. Like in Flanders, if you want to apply, the application deadline is about February and March. Again, I mean, the deadline depends from the school or from the university you are looking for, you are interested in. So feel free to contact them to ask them about, I mean, the application form that should be indeed online, and about the deadlines. And as usual, I mean, when you get approval for your applications, then when you can finish your academic year here in Indonesia, make your visa during the summer, and then come in Belgium at the beginning of the year, academic year. So most of our bachelor program are taught in French, but for master program we can have some programs taught in English. So if you go to our website, studyinbelgium.be, you will have our formation, and you have a kind of a searching engine which is guiding you depending on what you are looking for, and then you can find whether the program you are looking for can be taught in English. And then if it is the case, then you can click on it and you will get all the information, the contact persons and the application the information to apply. Regarding the scholarship, so we have, of course, the Erasmus Mundus program that you might be aware about, because we are all compelled to it in Europe. But you also have an excellence program for WBI, but there are very few. It's a few amount of scholarship. It's more for postdoctoral level, and for master program scholarship, we have that of the ARES, which is the Academia for Research and Higher Education, and this is like the VLIR scholarship that Renilde has been showing. That we have 10 scholarship for the 10 different master programs, but this, I mean, the curriculum is already set, and it's a competition that is taking place worldwide. I mean, you will be in competition with some other students from around the world. But this is the country that are participating to this program are the ones that are included in the partnership we have for cooperation and development, and Indonesia is part of it. So of course you can find also some information about the website of the RS. So of course, if you have need some more information, feel free to contact us at WB Campus at wbi.be, or to go to our website. And of course, I mean, now we'll give you, because we have a bit of time prior to the questions to give you some good reasons why you have to come to Belgium. So we are in a small country, but we are really located at the heart of Europe. So we can see, we are located, does it work? There it is. Sorry. Okay, but we are really located in the center. You have Brussels in the center, and you can see that we are nearly 1 hour or 2 hours from the major capital cities of Europe, whether it's London, Paris, Amsterdam. So which means that when students are coming to Belgium, of course they're discovering Belgium, but are taking the opportunity as well to go around and to visit around. We also have, the headquarters of the EU, NATO, and a lot of international companies. So sometimes you feel a bit at the center of the world. Also, we have very competitive universities that are considered the top 100 Europe most innovative universities, and we have, of course, famous scientists. Also, to give you some ideas about what is the living cost today in Belgium, this is an estimation based on what we could find out from recently. There was some inflation in Europe recently, but this is, updated figures about what you can claim for whatever the necessary income that a student might be needing in Belgium that is converted into Indonesian rupiah. So it's about plus or minus 18 million per month. And of course, we have an open, multicultural, and international higher education system. I think some of you have been asking us what it is to be in Belgium. So we are naturally an open people. People are very open because we're in a small country. So if you're not open, you are locked into a very small place. So we have to be open, and this is in our DNA. And that's why, when you're coming from another country, people will be very happy to know about your culture, and will be happy to show theirs, and we'll be very curious to learn about you. And then, of course, we have it's a place where the life is good. We have a lot of music festival. We have, of course, some good food, and we have a lot of cultural events. So people usually, when they're in Belgium, they're not getting bored. There is always something to see and to rejoice about. A lot of cultural festivals. So thank you very much. And if you have any questions, Renilda and I will be very happy to answer them.
Okay, is there any question? Yes. Check. Okay. This is the mic.
Okay, I'm Musliman. I'm from Goethe Institute. Ich möchte fragen über Erasmus Plus. How to apply, and at the past I have recommended for applying Erasmus when I was asking that I must move to France. Is that real?
Well, for the Erasmus Plus grants, you can get them for an Erasmus Mundus master course. Okay. And these courses are offered by a consortium, a group of universities. Okay. So if your program is offered by a Belgian and a French and a Spanish university, one part will be in France, one part will be in Belgium, one part will be in Spain. Usually one institution is in charge, usually the one where you start the first part of the course, and that's probably why they said you will have to go to France if there was a French university involved in this course. The idea is that you don't study in one European country, but in several universities. So that's probably why they told you you have to go to France, but maybe another course will not involve a French university, but a German university or an Italian university. That's why. So you apply, and then there's the consortium making the choice who can get the scholarship. And these scholarships usually are very high and cover very well your costs. But this, I think you should ask here at the Erasmus Plus stand, which is just at the entrance of the fair.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, is there another question for the last question? Who, ma'am? Okay, the big one. Hold on a second. I will drop the mic for you. Wait a moment.
Take one. Thank you so much from about the presentation. And I am Lutfi. I just want to ask about does this program offer about Arabic education? Because my major in bachelor is Arabic education. And the second question is, can I apply the scholarship from this booth, in this booth, or this other event? Or I can apply the scholarship in your country. That's it.
Well, Arabic studies, I happen to know because I used to live 5 years in Cairo, and by chance, my daughter also studied Arabic studies. So yes, we have, I think, 2 universities in the Flemish part, and I think you have ULB in the French part, where you have Arabic studies as a bachelor and a master course. But some of the courses are also in English. For example, if you study political economy of the Middle East, it will be taught in English and not in Arabic. So you have to really look very well at the program. The Erasmus Plus grants are not for this course because I don't know any Erasmus Mundus joint master in this field of study. You could apply for other scholarships, but then it depends if the university will pre-select you to put forward your application to the selection. So yes, it's a very specific question, but we do have at least 3 universities, 2 in the Flemish part and 1 in the French part, offering this course. I will, if you come to our booth, which is just over there in the corner, I can help you find it online.
Yes, thank you.
More? Yeah. Here was one more question.
Hello, thank you for a kind opportunity. My name is Ferry. So I have 2 questions, and I think seems like the same question for any presentation previous. Okay, the first question is, so actually I'm a graduate and economic bachelor, but I have a plan to jump to master degree in international relations. So it will be okay, or is that the problem? As the first question. And the second question is, can we do part-time job at the same time studying in this university and Belgium? So there is a term and condition, or the government of the Belgium let the international student can do part-time job and study in the university. Thank you.
So I can try first to answer the second question regarding the part-time job. It is possible to work when you are in Belgium and you are studying, but you will be given a visa for studying, which means that there will be restrictions about the part-time job. So the restrictions are 20 hours a week during the courses period. But during the off period, like Renilde showed you, that there is a moment that you are preparing your exam, or you're on vacation, or you are preparing your exam. In this moment, you have no courses, and then you can work full-time if you like. But it's really when you have courses that you are limited to 20 hours a week, because otherwise people might be considering that, I mean, studying was not the main purpose of your coming to Belgium. I don't remember exactly what was the first question.
The first question about the cross major from my bachelor degree economic, and then jump to the master degrees for international relation.
Oh, I guess this will depend on the institution where you want to apply.
Yes, but we are a very classic study destination. So we tend to stay in our field of study between bachelor and master. So if you want to apply for a master in political science, they will give you a bridge program. So you will have quite a lot of bridge courses coming from economics. So you did already study statistics, I think, in economics. So that will be waived, but you will be studying, for example, methodology of social sciences and political sciences as a bridge course to the master. All this kind of very foundational general courses of the bachelor program you didn't study, you will do as a bridge program. And then they first evaluate your bachelor degree with all the transcripts. Then they will say, you need 52 credits of bridge program, this and this and this course, and which will maybe be an extra year, probably, an extra year of study, and then you can start the master. But in our system, Master of International Politics is only 1 year master. So still, in the end, you could be ready in 2 years of study.
Okay, thank you.
time's up.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you
Okay,
very
so
much.
thank you very much for attending, and thank you very much.